Everybody, so I'm back in Children's Hospital going for my Spinraza treatment. This is treatment number 5. Um, it's been 4 months since my last one, and I just flew up from Miami yesterday to go to the hospital and get my 5th treatment. It's a crazy time in the country and around the world. The coronavirus has everybody in a panic, and I'm not sure what stage things will be at when this video is posted or when you actually watch it, but as of right now, it's kind of sweeping its way around the world. I'm in Massachusetts, and there is about 180 cases confirmed in Massachusetts, and just as luck would have it, 70 of them come from the company that's creating the medicine that I'm here to receive. So just a crazy kind of chance thing that's going on there. 7 million people in Massachusetts, and 70 of the 100 and something infected happen to be from the company that produces Spinraza, the medicine that I'm here to receive. So needless to say, flying up yesterday was a bit of an adventure. Everybody's really heightened and paranoid about their germs, and everybody's got their hand sanitizer and their wipes and their masks. And it's really a big deal right now. Hopefully, things are going to get worked out, and people will, it seems like it's beyond being contained right now. It's really kind of spreading around the world. Certain countries are on lockdown. A lot of people have died from it, but there's also a lot of people that have been cured as far as they've gotten sick and they've recovered completely. So hopefully things will get under control. But in the meantime, I still got to get this treatment. So I flew up here. Hopefully the treatment goes well today. I'm going to make a video talking to you guys about the improvements that I've noticed as long as I've been getting these injections. They haven't been very extreme. It hasn't been really significant improvements that I've seen, but they've been very subtle and really helping me in my day-to-day activities. So it's definitely been worth it. It's definitely been a successful course of treatment. And let's see, what else is going on? I just moved into my new place in Miami. It's beautiful. I love it. And I moved in, and I had about 2 days to kind of chill. And then I flew up here. I'm doing this treatment. Got a couple more appointments up here, and then I'm flying back in a couple days. But there is some discussion with the doctors up here about the significance of this virus and if I should be flying, because my respiratory system is a little bit compromised due to my disability. They're not sure, worst case scenario, if I was to be infected, as a lot of people are. It seems to be the general consensus that I'd be better off in Boston with my doctor. So what do I do? Do I stay in Boston for a while and get treatment up here? And it's gotten really bad in the US over the last few days. The cases seem to be doubling by the day. So if I was ever to get infected with the virus, I would want to be in the Boston area so I can be seen by my doctors. However, if I wasn't, I would love to be back down in Miami for a while. So I'm not really sure what to do about that, but I'm going to talk to the doctors and kind of get a general plan about what to do. But I'll make a video later and let you guys know how the treatment went today. Just kind of chilling right now, waiting for them to take me into the operating room and do the injection. And that's about it. So signing off for now. I'll let you guys know how everything went. And like I said, I'll be publishing a video soon with a breakdown, just kind of day by day, how things have been going with the treatment. And I hope this video finds you all feeling happy and healthy and doing well. And I hope you and your family and your loved ones and coworkers are all safe and healthy with this crazy period of time that we're in right now, with this virus kind of spreading its way around the world. So talk to you soon. Bye. Can you tell it's been a long month? The last time that we spoke, I had just arrived back in Boston and I was getting my fifth Spinraza treatment. And the coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, was just really knocking on the door in the United States after coming from Asia and through Europe. Right now, it's 5 weeks since my last entry into the video where this video started. I ended up deciding to stay in Boston. I believe at the time that I got my treatment, there was 180 confirmed cases in the Massachusetts area. Right now, there is several thousand, and with over 1,700 deaths, and that's just in Massachusetts. There's over 40,000 deaths in the United States, 175,000 confirmed cases, but the confirmed cases are a supreme understatement because only 1% of the population has in fact been tested. So there's just been a spider web of events and just really difficult times for everyone around the country, whether it's people being out of work, people losing their loved ones, family members getting sick. There's been an epidemic of elderly people passing away because their immune systems are compromised with their age and with their other conditions. People that live in the inner city that might not have access to the best health care, or just systematic and systemic factors throughout history that have led to people not having the proper nutrition or whatever it may be in certain areas of the country. So certain demographics are really getting hit hard by it. I ended up deciding to stay in Massachusetts just so that I was near my doctors and my hospital in case I did get infected. A couple days after my treatment, I became really sick. I had a respiratory infection and I was pretty sure that I had it. I'm still not convinced I didn't. They sent a nurse out to my house to test me, and I waited about a week. She came over, full gown and facial protection, and they did a swab, and about a week later, I got my test back. They said negative, but since then, they found out that there's a lot of false negatives, and a lot of times the test, somebody will test positive and then negative and then positive again. So I don't really know if I had it or not. The test said I didn't, so I'm going with that for now. But I'm still, because of my situation with the chair, and my immune system is strong, but my lungs aren't always. So I'm just staying inside. As you can tell by the full beard, we haven't been to the barbershop in a while. Everything's closed down. There's a few restaurants that do delivery, but we're not doing any delivery just because we don't know if the people working there are sick. We've been getting all our food through Amazon delivery or other grocery delivery services. Normally they take about between 2 hours and 1 day for delivery, but over the last month, the times have gone up to 2 weeks, to the point where now when you place an order for groceries, oftentimes you can't even get a window of delivery. So it's just a really crazy time. But my mother flew out from Hawaii when myself and my caregiver first arrived here. We both got sick. So my mother jumped on a plane and flew out here thinking that, if we get sick, at least she can be here to kind of help us out, which is really sweet of her. But she's out here on quarantine with us. And I've been here about 5 or 6 weeks. She got here about a week after I did. So it's just the three of us in the house, trying to make the most of it. We've been playing cards and doing puzzles, and everybody's reading and trying to stay active, trying to stay productive. It's definitely a daily mission just to kind of keep the, keep the morale up and stay positive and just kind of be productive. There's really no schedule, there's no routine. everybody's kind of out of their element. I thought right now I'd be down in Miami in my new place, just kind of chilling and doing my thing. My mom thought she would be back at her house working, and she's been out here for a while. So it's just really been a unique experience, and it's great because I get to spend time with her that I normally wouldn't. Even though we stay in touch a lot, we do live far away from each other, so this has been a really good opportunity for us to spend some quality time. I just wish it was under different circumstances, you know. It's hard to see how many people every day are going through so much pain and so much trouble with just, there's a level of fear and anxiety that I think has a grip on the world, you know, and, you know, there are silver linings, there are positive things that are coming out of this. People are spending more time with their family. People are kind of reassessing what's important and what's a priority in their life as far as health, peace of mind, balance, nutrition, you know, family, those kinds of things. Oftentimes we get caught up in the rat race with, you know, chasing money and trying to be productive and quote unquote move ahead in life. And oftentimes the things that matter the most suffer or get put on the back burner and pushed to the side. And I think that this is kind of a grand equalizer that's really making people think about what their existence means and what their life means and what's important. The real heroes, the real people that are keeping this all together, and by this I mean society and the health and well-being of everybody, are the people that normally aren't respected and appreciated enough, not only by what they get paid, by just the general appreciation, you know, the people that are stocking the grocery stores, the people that are delivering the mail, you know, the people that are taking out the garbage, and just the people that are making everything still work when so much is closed down and so many places are, you know, shut down for business and people are at home. People still need to be able to get the things that they need. And, you know, the people that are making this work are the day-to-day, you know, men and women that just work hard and they're still getting up and going to work through all this. It's not the CEOs, it's not the rich people, it's not the athletes, you know, it's not the guys with the fancy cars or the supermodels or anybody like that. And don't get me wrong, those people are all contributing in their own ways, I hope, whether it's, you know, trying to uplift people through different things that they can do, or charities, or bringing awareness, you know, to different subjects. But the average person that is still going to work and still making things happen through all this, they're the real heroes in this. Not to mention the medical staff, the medical professionals, and the scientists. These people that on a regular day are normally understaffed and overworked have been thrown into a literal war with this virus that's going on. And, you know, you'll hear stories about this for years, about, you know, the people, the men and women that go to work, and, you know, doctors, nurses, the people that clean the hospitals, you know, the people that deliver medical supplies and just make everything work. The EMTs that go into people's homes to get people that are critically ill and take them to the emergency room. You know, all the people that are right on the line of fire that they don't have a choice. They can't take a couple weeks off, or they can't, you know, stay at home and self-quarantine like it's recommended that everybody do, because they need to keep all of us safe and healthy. And, you know, I believe that somewhere there's a scientist or a group of scientists and really smart, creative, gifted people that are going to work on something and figure out a path forward for everyone. Because I think that's really going to be the only thing that is a game changer in this. Our leadership has thus far failed. I try not to get too political on my channel, but the government really hasn't been very impressive with how they've handled this, right on down from the top. And it's just really mismanaged and misorganized. And, if you look back at 9/11, when something happened, regardless of your thoughts on 9/11, people kind of came together, and the political divisions kind of subsided for a moment in time. And I think because this has been a slow burn, that kind of unity is lacking, and that people are politicizing the situation and coming at it from different angles instead of being one unified force. And unfortunately, the people that are going to suffer for those decisions are, the everyday person that's out there in the world, that is just kind of at the whim of our leadership. And I've known a couple people that got sick. They were very sick over in Europe. Luckily, they came through, but they told me, their lungs were just in terrible shape. They lost a lot of weight. It took them a long time, and they're still not back to normal. I have a mutual friend, somebody that myself and a couple of my good friends know in Boston that passed away from the condition. So, I mean, it's, every day it creeps a little closer. I know a lot of people out there have lost loved ones, and, my heart and my soul just really goes out to them. And like I said, to all the people that are risking their life and their health and their family's well-being every day to try and keep everybody else safe and keep our world going. They get so much respect and appreciation from me, and we all just need to maintain, I guess, just try and stay positive, try and stay productive when possible. Stay healthy. That's the number one thing. Stay healthy. There's a lot of discussion and debate about the economy and all these different things, different angles to look at it. But the simple fact is that life is more important than anything, and the health of ourselves and our families and friends and our neighbors, and really our entire human family, because this thing has made its way around the world now, and it's going to take some serious effort and coordination to get it back under control and to get our lives back into something that we recognize. But in the meantime, we need to go within. The battle is not just outside, but it's also within. People need to stay mentally healthy, mentally sound, physically and spiritually. They need to, lean on and cultivate the things that we always talk about. When things were quote unquote normal, everybody talked about their health and, their beliefs and this and that. And now is the time when, it's really show and prove time. We need to bring those things out of ourselves every day and make sure that we are keeping up with, our mental health and our doing what's in our ability every day to make sure that we stay healthy and that we stay safe and that we help other people stay safe. And hopefully, you and your families all come out of this safe. And I think we're all going to be touched by it. We are all touched by it already. For some people, it will be just an inconvenience. For other people, it will be a financial worry and a life situation type of struggle. And for other people, it will be their very health and their very life. And, I just hope every day that everybody comes out on top. But I'll probably do a couple more videos. I think we're going to be in this for a while. So I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on with me in my life. And as for my last treatment, I'll be honest, I didn't notice as much improvement from the last spinal injection of Spinraza that I got, but I think that's a lot to do with just there's been some stressful stuff going on. I was supposed to come up here for 5 days and then go back down to my new place, and it's been about 6 weeks right now. So I'm maintaining. I'm not really stressing that, but it's just um, you turn on the TV and you see the numbers of people that are suffering and dying. I can't help but feel for them. Every number that you see on TV is somebody's, mother, father, sister, brother, husband, wife, whatever, coworker, and for whatever number there is as far as infected or as far as people that have passed away, the number of people affected by those losses are multiplied times 1,000, I'm sure. So I just can't help but feel, an overwhelming a wave of just empathy and sadness for those that are really going through it. And when I'm having a tough day and I'm thinking that it sucks to be inside so much, it sucks to be on quarantine, and I'm not really doing what I thought I'd be doing right now. I just try and look at it from the perspective that I'm safe, I'm healthy, I got food. Everybody in my immediate circle is doing relatively okay, and I just hope it stays like that, and I hope it stays like that for you too. And if you have lost somebody, if you have been touched by this in an irreversible way, then I just hope that you eventually find some kind of peace and some kind of growth and some healing from it. But in the meantime, everybody stay healthy, stay strong, do what you can, read up on it, get real information, don't get politicized information, don't get all these theories about 5G and all this other stuff. Like, there's a real thing going on that's that everybody needs to kind of dig through the social media news, dig through the television news, and find some scientific information to really get an accurate appraisal of what we're all going through. And life will get back to maybe not exactly how it was before, but I think that we'll come through this, and there's a blessing, there's a silver lining in everything. You just got to try and find yours. And I know one thing that I've been reassured by is the fact that nature has been reclaiming a lot of space that we normally monopolize. I see the manta rays in Florida coming right up to the shore. I hear about deer walking in the streets in parts of Asia, and just a lot of different things. Butterflies being seen more often. There's so much human activity that kind of engulfs the world on a daily basis that a lot of Mother Nature is very timid and the balance is so delicate that when we kind of just trudge through it, we upset that in more ways than one, aside from the pollution, aside from all the limit, the numerous effects that humans have on Mother Nature. There's just been these images that I see online about nature kind of reclaiming its spaces, and I think that's beautiful. I know that the Himalayas can be seen in India now for the first time in like 20 years because there's been so little pollution. I know that they're seeing, dolphins in rivers where they don't normally see them, and I think that's just a beautiful thing. If you kind of zoom out and look at the big picture, the humans are a virus of our own, and we've taken over and we've upset the balance of nature. And maybe this is destiny's way of kind of putting us in check, big picture style, and I don't mean to take away from anybody that's suffering or has lost somebody, because um, that's sad, and that's just a horrible thing for anybody to go through. But when you zoom out and look at um, the big picture, human beings were relatively new to the party as far as evolution and as far as the universe. And I think that we need to reevaluate our place in this world and realize that it's not guaranteed, and that we need to take better care of the earth home that we have. So that's one of the silver linings that I've gotten out of this, is just watching nature get back into some of its rhythms, because we are all at home and there's so little human activity right now out there. But that's just food for thought, and I will talk to you guys soon. Please stay strong, stay healthy, and we'll be in touch. Bye.